Yo, what's good, y'all, man? We got Gardening Volume 3 trailer, Easter egg breakdown, man. Rocket's death confirmed? Question mark? But yeah, trailer video, man. Guardians of the Galaxy came out. The second trailer, cause we got a little teaser on the first one, man. So the second trailer came out. I think that was it. They said it was supposed to be some. Yeah, I don't know. They showed Disney Plus shows. I don't know. They just showed the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was it. They also show a lot of Airmen, so I kind of figured they ain't gonna show that. You know what I mean? You know, for the Super Bowl. But yeah, they showed Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that was it though. I think that was it. Might be more though. I don't know. But yeah, like it up, sub, hit the bell, and yeah, to see the Easter eggs breakdown. Let's get it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Remen, aka Allfires, and for once, when the rumors were wrong, they were wrong in a good way. Not only did we not have to wait till the fourth quarter for 90 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Though. I mean, I said it was a rumor. That's why I was just like, I'm already knowing. I don't believe in nothing what the rumor says. No cap.
Trailer. Marvel dropped a full 2.5-minute trailer at the beginning of the game, which unfortunately meant for me, instead of watching the Super Bowl, I'm going to be breaking down these Easter eggs for you guys, and there is a ton packed in here. We actually get new footage of Adam Warlock. We can tell a lot more about the plot, which we've pretty much sussed out at this point, and what's going on in the film. It also recontextualizes some major scenes from the first trailer, who exactly is under the scalpel and when, and what this all means for who might not make it out of this film alive. We're breaking down all the Easter eggs in the brand new full trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but first I wanted to tell you about our friends over at comicbookdirect.com. They're a subscription-based online comic book store, so you can actually subscribe to a series or mini-series that you want to make sure to get every issue of. Saves you the time of having to go to the comic store or having to do book pulls. Either way, you can prepay and get a larger discount, or just pay every time the issue comes out. They sell comics, manga, figures, etc. So definitely check them out. The site goes live this week on February 15th, but in the meantime, there's a link down in the description for you to go ahead and sign up early. Again, that's comicbookdirect.com. Okay, so there's 3 important things to note at the beginning of this trailer. Number 1, the opening monologue by Peter Quill about being Star-Lord, starting the Guardians of the Galaxy's very obviously comped audio from a couple of parts in the film. You can hear the reverb on his voice when parts of it are said, standing in that room next to Nebula and Gamora, which is basically confirmed at this point our theory that when they're in these jumpsuits and presumably in another prison scene, that they're wherever the High Evolutionary is, and you can tell by the sort of gross inorganic technology that's in that room as well. Now, obviously Guardians of the Galaxy, and especially Volume 1, is known for its epic soundtracks, and the music that James usually chooses for his trailers match the thematic that's going on in the trailer to a T. We talked about that in the first trailer video for Guardians Volume 3, and it's no different here. Although an outside choice is a dramatically remixed trailer version of Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow, and the first verse lyrics are, I get the same old dreams, same time every night, fall to the ground and wake up, so I get out of bed and put on my shoes in my head, thoughts fly back to the breakup, these 4 walls are closing in, look at the fix you put me in, since you've been gone, since you've been gone. This is mirroring the monologue we're getting by Peter Quill, and he's still stuck on what he had with the Gamora that...
Yeah, I was saying what they, you know, what he had, you know, back then to now
no longer exists.
Yeah.
Now the third thing I want to touch on briefly,
that's new more from the past.
Because I've talked about it in 2 previous videos for the Guardians of the Galaxy, but if you haven't been keeping up about the plot rumors for this film, a lot of people wonder exactly who is not going to make it out alive. A lot of people wondering if Drax and even Rocket could die during this film. We're going to talk about Rocket in just a second, but it's important to note this shot right here, which is very clearly an end of the movie 3rd act team up shot. Now obviously they could CGI one of these characters out if they perish earlier in the...
I mean, you know, because Marvel is known from, you know what I'm saying, CGI and everything. You feel me? We thought it's gonna be this. And we look at the movie, it ain't that. We like, what's going on? We ain't see. You feel me? They know from doing that, and they good at doing that shit. So looking at the trailer, it's gonna be probably different in the movie. I'm just saying, though. No cap. I'm just saying.
In the film, but the sort of idea here is that after that speech that we hear later in this trailer, sort of inspiring everybody, that we will get to the 3rd act with everybody teaming up at least one last time, and the words one last time might have some finality, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to perish early in the film like some people think. Speaking of which, let's talk about that scalpel scene that, now seeing new footage in this trailer, is recontextualized. We saw the image of Peter Quill in real time, meaning present day, screaming like this, and they paired that next to the scalpel shot, making it feel like someone was on the operation table. But now we see an elongated version of Rocket's origin, and in that scalpel looks like we're actually going to get to see what they did from an origin standpoint.
Damn.
Watch the High Evolutionary rip apart Rocket and put him back together a million times, so to speak, as Rocket describes his own origin of existence as a horrible, torturous thing. And it looks like we're going to get to see this play out on screen. Now, the reason I bring this up is that one of James Gunn's original movies, Slither, is a very grotesque body horror film, and this is something that James is known for, that is in his wheelhouse. So expect this film and the parts with the High Evolutionary to get super weird. And the more I think about it, the more this villain and this subject matter is so perfectly suited to some of the things that James has already done thematically in previous films that I'm almost kind of shocked I never contemplated just how gross parts of this film might get. Marvel Studios, of course, is going to keep him in line, but James has earned a lot of reverence, so to speak, over there.
Yeah.
Remember, Disney and Marvel originally fired him off of this film before rehiring.
Yeah, y'all remember that fact. They fire him, then they hire him back. Like, the fuck?
Basically, what I'm saying is he's going to be able to push the envelope, get away with a lot more within whatever the PG-13 rating will allow than he would have before, say, in a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. So again, expect parts of this film to get really gross. Now, we're about to dive into this Adam Warlock brand new scene, which is dope, and we're going to talk about where this is taking place in the film and what's going on here. We touched on it during the first trailer, and I'll bring you up to speed, but I want to talk about this quick shot we get of Kraglin with the Mohawk and the arrow. They have been setting up his arc for quite some time after he inherited that from Yondu, and I think finally during this film we're going to get to see ultimate, or should I say Omega level Kraglin, and we're definitely going to have a scene where he's able to manipulate the arrow just like Yondu. But now let's get into what I consider to be the best part of this trailer, finally getting some really good action shots of Adam Warlock after they kept his previous footage in the first trailer to a minimum. Now, I don't want to go as far as to talk about the specifics of the jewel in his head, because we did that in a different video, which gem it could be. It's very obviously not an Infinity Stone. We also talked about the backstory during the first trailer of where this is taking place in Counter Earth. So if you need...
Get energized at Planet Fitness. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Ends February 16th.
Kind of ad is this? That's all I want to know.
Need some backup or further in-depth analysis on that, I'll make sure to link that video at the end of this. But what's important to note that where this is taking place on Counter Earth, the perfect society that the High Evolutionary admits during this trailer he's been working on, it's towards the end of the film in the third act. Now in the comics, Adam Warlock, who gets his second part of his name, Warlock, from the High Evolutionary, is probably already working with him, but realizes the High Evolutionary is not a good guy. In this movie, I expect the same, and so when it comes to them fighting on Counter Earth, I don't suspect that we're going to see Adam Warlock incinerate them as the High Evolutionary commands. And if you freeze this frame right here, you can see that it's Adam Warlock against Drax. We're going to get that face-off, and if you have to ask me, that may be where Drax perishes, if he does. But in the meantime, by the...
Oh, yeah. So that's why y'all people say... okay.
the end of the film, Adam Warlock will have teamed up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and this has been my theory since the beginning. I'm not sure the Guardians of the Galaxy, the team that they are now, is powerful enough to take out the High Evolutionary, but Adam Warlock is 100% powerful enough to take out the High
Yeah, nah, he is though, but yeah.
Evolutionary. So ultimately, who's going to be their foe during the film will end up being the key piece they need to end up triumphing in the end. You know, friends become enemies, enemies become friends. And it all ties back to the Ultimate Guardians theme of the family, which is said during this trailer. We were all looking for a family before we found each other. Now, I think the biggest Easter egg in this entire video, and my final thought, is actually not a piece of visual Easter egg, but rather the dialogue we hear from Rocket about all flying away together into the beautiful sky and forever. When you hear that dialogue and how it's cut into the trailer, there is a ton of reverb on it. The kind of reverb that you put on audio when it's a flashback or something that you're remembering or hearing an echo. Seriously, go ahead and listen to it. It sounds like from other scenes in movies when you were remembering something. And as much as I hate to admit this, this really makes me think that that's them remembering something Rocket may have said as he was dying. He doesn't sound like he's in good shape there, and while I don't want to go ahead and push those rumors that he might not make it out alive, because he's been at the top of the list near Drax, it certainly makes it seem this way, at least the way the audio is edited. And every time I played it back trying to think something else and trying to see if I was just hearing that, it actually reinforced it instead. But I'm all ears. Do you agree about that line? Anything else I said? Of course, let me know down in the comments any other specific details or Easter eggs I may have missed. And who do you got not making it out of this film alive? I'm all ears. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff.
Yeah, man. But hey, man, I don't know who gonna die. We just gotta wait until the movie come out. You know what I mean? To figure out, but hey, I don't know who gonna. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let me know y'all rumors. Let me know what y'all think who gonna die. Let me know in the comment down below. But hey, like it up, sub, hit the bell, and I'll be hot. Peace.